seriously that very many, if any, of the Grizzlies know the lyrics to the AC/DC classic Thunderstruck, but that's literally what happened to them Sunday in OKC. Right from the jump, SGA and company did job, and the Grizzlies dirtier than laundry. They're up 15. Desmond Bane missed the layup here. Cason Wallace going the other way. Oh, jump man. How about them Wildcats? Wallace to the rim. So 4 straight points by OKC. Now the lead is 17. A couple plays later, Bane's pass is stolen by Jalen Williams. He goes the other way. Easy layup. 22 turnovers for Memphis in this game. That's 6 unanswered points for OKC. The run now is 14-0 when Scottie Pippen Jr. misses that layup. Wallace gets the rebound, finds Williams. Another dunk. 16-0 run. It's 51-22. Then the Thunder were like, y'all can stop pinching yourselves because this nightmare is real. Hartenstein made the run 18-0. And then now it's 20-0. Longest run in the playoffs since the franchise moved to OKC back in 2008. They're up 33. And then Aaron Wiggins like, yo, let's see how funky we can get. The alley-oop. Come on. SGA and Chet Holmgren, they are digging it. Williams had 20 points, by the way. SGA knocks down to 3. They're up 68-36. 32 points is the Thunder's largest lead going into halftime in their playoff history. Third quarter, the Thunder still looking at the defense like not a challenge. SGA attacks to the rack. He had 15 points. He only played 23 minutes. They were up 45. And then Chet makes it a 50-point game. Largest playoff win in franchise history. Can you say total team effort?
I have a great group of guys around me, and I know that, and I've known that for a long time. So tonight is no surprise. They obviously played amazing. If it was a bunch of me's out there tonight, it might have not looked like this, but that's what you have a team for.
Kind of like have to take a little bit of this win with like they're going to be way better game 2. So we're trying to like not give them a lot of life in regards to that, and that's a really good team over there. So like game 2 is going to be completely different. So we're like kind of competing with ourselves in a way to like make sure we're sharp for game 2 because we know what we're going to get with them. So that was kind of like the biggest goal in mind.
The energy, kind of wasn't there, and we was kind of, trying to talk to ourselves to, getting back into the game. If we win Tuesday, the series 1-1. And this game won't matter. We'll never, play that bad again.
All right, let's go a little deeper into that performance by OKC because dominant may not be a strong enough word. They won by 51, the 5th largest margin of victory in NBA postseason history and the 4th largest win in any game in franchise history. Now, the Thunder did it despite MVP favorite Shai Gilgeous-Alexander finishing with just 15 points, his fewest in any game this season, and he didn't even have to play the 4th quarter. As for the Grizzlies, they finished with just 80 points. Ja Morant, the only starter to get to double digits. Memphis' fewest points in any game since 2018. They have played 593 games since that last instance.
Back now with Big Perk. Okay, Memphis was a complete no-show in their Game 1 loss to OKC, and that's being kind. This was of historical proportions. So, Perk, what can the Grizzlies do to get back in this series?
Pray. Pray. That's all they could do, to be honest with you. Not unless Jaren Jackson Jr. decide to step up. Last time I checked, he is a former Defensive Player of the Year. He's the only all-star on the team. And tonight he finished the game with 4 points and 3 rebounds. He have to be impactful some type of way, especially going against those 2 bigs in Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. They need more from him. We know that Ja is not 100%, that he's dealing with that ankle injury, but he's out there battling through it. Jaren Jackson Jr. has to rise to the occasion. And I'm not talking about shooting a whole lot of 3-point shots. I'm talking about getting his big behind on that low block when they switch those smaller guards like Alex Caruso on him and punish them in the inside and make an impact on this game and this series for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, defensively, he's got to step up in a big way. They can't have anything like what happened in Game 1. There's going to be plenty of motivation, by the way. Today was their 2nd worst loss ever. Okay, so as for the rest of the playoffs, they're now in full swing. What's your biggest takeaway from day 2?
OKC. On a night where SGA didn't have his MVP-type performance, they still spoke them by 50. And when I look at Oklahoma City, there's no drop-off nowhere defensively. No matter if they're making or missing shots, they're going to slide those puppies on the perimeter. Also showed the world a lot about their depth to the non-believers. That, hey, we got great depth in Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and our bigs, by the way, they can coexist. They play well together. Chet Holmgren had a double-double. Isaiah Hartenstein had 14 and 8. Today, my biggest takeaway was the message that OKC sent to the rest of the Western Conference that we're here and we're standing on business.
Well, Twin Towers, man, they made it happen. People didn't know if it could be done. They showed it could be done today. So we'll see how this one plays out. By the way, you think they sweep the Grizzlies?
I think the Grizzlies get 1. I got OKC in 5 in this.
Okay, OKC in 5. You heard it here from Big Perk. All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Let's go out east. Hey, sometimes I feel like we're sleeping on the defending champs. The Celtics taking on the Magic. Game 1. Celtics getting started early, late in the first. Derek White from beyond the arc nails the 3. Celtics up 4. Jason Tatum getting the jumper to go. Right there. Celtics go up 8. So they look like they're in control. Early second, Peyton Pritchard. Man, he's having a season. Another 6th Man of the Year finalist there. Nice spin move, easy lay-in. Had 19 on the night. Celtics up 12. But Paolo Banchero's like, we ain't going quietly. Hits the 3 right there. Magic within 5. And then Banchero, step back, 3, got it. Magic cuts the lead to 2. He had 36 and 11 rebounds. Not bad. Contavious Caldwell-Pope here getting in the corner. Gets the 3. And get this, the Magic were up 1 at halftime. Got something here? Celtics fans being like, no. We got Derek White, 3 plus the foul. After the free throw, Celtics up 8. And then Drew Holiday to Jaylen Brown, alley-oop. Take another look at this one. Jaylen Brown in form right here. Nice move, gets it to go. Celtics up 12. And then Tatum driving layup. Celtics up 15. Fourth quarter we go. 16-point lead for Boston. And watch this with Tatum. Goes in, fouled hard, ouch. Nasty fall right there, appears to injure his wrist. He goes down with force. He said it was throbbing for a second, then it went away. Re-enter the game later, tape up his right wrist. X-ray came back clean. So you ask yourself, how was that wrist doing? Well, here's Tatum right here from deep. Looks pretty good to me. Had 17 on the night, Celtics up 18. And then Derek White. One of his 7 threes on the night, a team-high 30 for him. Celtics win 103-86. And the man with 30, he speaks post-game.
I wish every night I'd be the guy and drop 30. That'd be pretty cool, but just trying to read the game and see where I can put my stamp on the game, I guess. So I think every game's different. Just don't go to the game expecting to get 18 shots or get 2 shots. So just be ready for whatever and be ready when my opportunity comes.
But for the most part, it was the Derek Whites of the world and, the Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench for 19. 2 guys that you don't necessarily count for, coming up with 49 points. I think we've got to do a better job there.